Hey guys, I'm going to continue with chapter 12 in Numbed. So we were at the part when the familiar voice said, "Welcome to infinity. You have this much time to solve the problem." Numbers started streaming across the screen, flowing faster and faster until they were a blur. "I'm starting to not like this," Benedict said. I didn't like it either. I sort of knew what infinity was, but I didn't think I really understood it. "You can solve the problem or remain in the infinity loop," the voice said. "What's the problem?" I asked. "A hotel has infinite rooms, each of which can hold only one guest. Every room is filled, so the hotel also has infinite guests. Do you understand so far?" "Yeah," I said. That didn't seem too hard to imagine as long as I didn't think about it too closely. The rooms went on and on forever. "I'm getting an infinite headache," Benedict said. I shushed him and waited for the rest of the problem. "Infinite more guests show up. How can you find rooms for all of them without asking any of the current guests to leave?" "What?" I asked. The voice repeated the question. Then it added, "Take your time. You are allowed to make infinite guesses." Benedict stepped past me and typed, "Build more rooms." "Wrong," said the voice. Benedict stepped away from the keyboard. "Well, that was the best I could do. Any ideas?" "Not yet, but we've solved every problem and we've done it using things we've known. We have to be able to do this one. What do we know about infinity?" "It's really big," Benedict said. "Yeah, but it's more than big. It's endless." "Let's try that," Benedict said. He typed, "Put all the new people at the end after the guests who are already there." "Wrong," the voice said. "There is no end to an infinite number of rooms already filled with an infinite number of guests. Nice try. Go on. You have infinite guesses remaining." "Forget it," Benedict said. "This is a trap. Dr. Thegoris and his robot want the two of us to stay here forever. I never did trust the two of them." "Two?" I said. I thought about everything I'd learned or discovered about numbers and patterns and binary roots. "I have an idea." I wanted to think about it for a minute because I wasn't sure how to write it out. "Oh man," Benedict said. "Having infinite time is worse than having a limit. The other way, it's over quickly. That's why they yank loose teeth. This way, you can suffer forever." I went to the keyboard. Even though it was still sort of fuzzy about infinity, I felt I had a good idea about how to solve this problem. There was someone in every room. If we moved everyone up to the next room, putting the person in the room number 1 into room number 2, putting the person into 2 to 3, and so on, you would just empty the first room. That would give us an infinite room. But if we moved everyone at once, that would do the trick. I typed my answer. "Move each current guest into a room with twice as large a room number." "Huh," Benedict said, looking over my shoulder. "You put the person from 1 into 2, and then 2 into 4, and 3 goes into 6, and so on, so you free up infinite rooms." I could actually picture it. The infinite current guests would go into infinite even numbered rooms. The infinite new guests would get the infinite odd numbered rooms. Guests in room 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 go into 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, freeing up 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. Think about it. "That would never work," Benedict said. Before I could argue my point, the voice said, "Correct." The door swung open. We walked through and saw the very start of our first footstep trail right in front of us. "We did it," I said to Benedict. "We finished the Mobius loop." "Yeah, we did," Benedict said, and he looked like he couldn't believe it. "What are the odds of that?" I shook my head. "I don't even want to think about it." I opened the outer door. "Congratulations," Dr. Thegoris said. "That should fix the problem for good, unless you find another way to get numbed." "Thanks," I said. "I don't think you have to worry about that. We aren't planning to have any more conversations with robots." Benedict walked over to Cypher. "Hold on, I have one more thing to say to you." He poked the robot in the chest. "Numbers are—" "No!" I shouted. "Awesome," Benedict said. "I love numbers." He leaned over and gave Cypher a hug. Cypher said, 1 plus 1 is 2. I dragged Benedict away from his new pal, and we headed out to the museum. "Now, we just have to survive one more thing," he said. "What's that?" I asked. getting our math test back tomorrow. That's not going to be fun. No, not fun at all, I said. I could already imagine the look of disappointment in Miss Fractali's eyes. Wonder if she'll let them try again, or maybe at least that section. But we now know they got out.